So this one, I'm doing it for those two ladies, to be honest with you.
Okay.
This one is strictly for them.
Okay.
And everyone else, of course, who's watching. Yes. So the first question I want to ask you, are colored people racist?
I'm not gonna say like all colored people are racist, but yes, there is racism in colored people. Like for one, to bring it back to my home, my father for one doesn't like black guys.
Okay.
So he wouldn't accept me if I'm dating a black guy. But that's his point of view of how he still sees the world. Like I feel like we have racism in every cultural race, like there is racism.
Yes.
But with colored people, we would say they're not a fan of white people, not a fan of black people, but we are in between.
You're in between.
Yes, we are in between. But there is racism in colored people. In a few.
Do you guys put yourselves in between, or you feel like the world is putting you like in between? I mean, like not picking a side, you're just being like, no, we are different breed, we are not this, we are not this, we are just us.
Okay, from my point of view, my personal point of view, I feel like I'm both. Like, yes. I feel like I come across as I'm in between. You know, if I'm around white people, I don't feel out, I behave like a white person. If I'm around black people, I behave like a black person. So I feel like we should be in between because we are in between. And we can't say we are just put there. It's who we are colored, we are a mixed breed. So, no, and it's also that we are original because we don't get another breed as colored breed.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
There's not another place where they have coloreds, mixed races and stuff.
Yes.
So we should actually be proud to be coloreds.
Yes.
Yeah, we should be proud instead of taking it as a racial thing or looking at it as we don't benefit enough in the country, because it does make it difficult when you're a colored person.
It does.
To make it in South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, if your surname is not black, if it's not white,
I thought it was always easy for colored people.
No, it's the worst.
Because I see colored people, they have nice houses, they have nice cars, Mustangs cars.
No.
They wear nice clothes. I'm thinking maybe it's more easy for colored people compared to white or black.
With colored people, we have to work extremely hard in work environments.
How about school? You're a student right now.
Yeah, I'm a student.
How is racism affecting you in school?
Firstly, I'm the only colored in my class.
Serious?
Yes, I'm the only colored in my class.
Okay.
Yeah.
That must be very nice.
So they know, like, one thing, like a small example. I can't even say absent and my friends say present because all the lecturers know.
They know.
She's the only colored. So if I'm not here, I'm not here. They can tell.
They can tell.
The colored girl is not here today.
Yeah.
So it's like, I stand out. And I also feel like I have to stand out also within my schoolwork. Because like, you know, they're like, colored people. Because if I'm going to be dome cop, they're going to be like, colored people are dome cops. If I'm going to be lazy, they're going to be like, colored people are lazy.
Yes.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
So it's a lot of stigmas that we as colored women have to break. Like, there's a lot of teenager pregnancy in our community, but there's also a lot of
colored people.
Yes,
teenage pregnancy.
Yes.
I thought that only happened with black communities, like
no,
teenage pregnancy.
I thought teenage pregnancy was hectic in our communities, like teenage pregnancy.
I thought so too. As black people, we have the highest teenage pregnancy.
No, not really. I didn't check like the rating.
Oh, not highest, but
yeah, but I feel like colored people, we are stigmatized, girls that don't want to work, girls that have babies, because it's evident, it's there.
Who put that stigma? Because me, as a black guy, I'm thinking, damn, colored hands, they're so beautiful, colored hands. You don't mess with them, they're brothers that wanna chop your head off. Like, I'm putting colored people up there, even upper than white people as a black person. I'm thinking colored people, like I say, they have these nice houses, nice
But not
cars.
everybody thinks the way you think. You see,
so who's the stigma coming from? From within colored people or
within
outside?
the community and outside. So it's what happens in the cults. Like, there's a lot of stuff that takes place in the community that goes viral. And only people, they see it as that. Like, Westbury, Eldorado Park, they see it as a place where gun violence is.
Yes.
When you take an Uber at night, they won't go to Eldorado Park. So that's one thing, because it's a colored community area. Yes. They are scared of colored people, and they shouldn't be afraid of us. Like, We are such nice people. Like, guys, we are the coolest people.
I know that. I know.
Okay, I know colored people can't always party together because too much coloreds in one place, they're gonna fight with each other.
Yes,
so we always go out, like, we'd rather go to Soweto to go party because it's a mixed race.
Yes.
We're not gonna fight, there's not gonna be much fight. But if it's a colored event, and then
Why though?
I wish I knew why colored people always choose violence. But I feel like they have this, that they have to keep this gangster name that they made for themselves.
Yes.
So they continuously doing that.
It's usually guys, right? Even girls.
And ladies, if you don't underestimate the ladies.
They wanna be gangsters.
Yeah.
You lie, no
They will
ways.
kill you for their mains. Don't start with the colored woman's guy. They will kill you for their mains. They will fight you.
You're lying to me. She's lying to me.
I'm
No
not.
ways.
I'm not. These things happen in the community. But I feel like we only highlight the bad side when there's so much good that comes from our community. Like you said, colored girls are so pretty and stuff. We also have Miss South Africa 2020. 2015. That
Was it
came
colored?
from. Yeah, it was a colored. A colored lady. Straight from my township, Eldorado Park.
Yeah, and a lot of participants
Exactly.
are colored in the Miss South Africa and stuff.
So there's a lot of potential. Like, for one, my sister's also a qualified journalist. There's a lot of people that are doing well.
Yes.
But the thing is, once they make it, they move out of our community. So they don't better the community. So the community stays the same. So our greatness go out. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
And then we have to rebuild to get more greatness. Instead of staying in the community and bettering the community, even though I know they might see it as, oh, my dream is when I make it in life, my first thing, I'm moving out of this community to a better community.
So colored communities, would you say, are the same as like just black people's communities, whereby there's shacks?
Yeah.
There's that couple, they're always fighting, beating each other. There's teenage pregnancy, there's violence.
And I'm saying we all have similarities.
So it's
I don't
the same.
understand why we racist towards each other when we are just, it's just our skin tones are a bit different, but the culture stays the same. Like, what happens to colored people when it's Heritage Day?
Yes, that's the question
that day?
they asked me to ask you. Shout out to Tandaza. Thank you for this question. She asked me to ask you this question. Do colored people have a culture?
So with us, I would say the small things that I grew up with is a culture to me. Firstly, on a Sunday, we eat cook sisters. It's a culture that we have.
Yes.
We know, maybe not, but this is a bit Richard colored side, but anyway,
Okay.
rollers, it's a color thing.
What's that?
Like, it's something you put in your hair, like rollers.
To make your hair like
Yeah.
twist.
Okay,
No.
you should put a picture of it on the...
You put those things.
No, that is rods. So
Okay.
we're talking about rollers. So your hair is wet.
Yes.
And then you make lines. And then you take a piece of your hair and you roll it in and you put it in your hair. Like your whole hair is full of rollers.
So that's one of the culture.
That's one of the things that coloreds and whites and blacks do it. But I feel like
It's more on
it's a color
colors.
thing. Pink gowns. If there's a story on a corner, you will see all colored aunties with their pink gowns.
Yes,
on
I've
the
seen
corner.
it.
Yes,
I used to stay in Forsberg.
so you saw colored aunties were there.
Yes.
Yes, it's something that colored aunties. What can I say is other culture? Oh, I feel like colored people are very proud people.
Yes.
They like showing off. They love name brands.
Yes.
Colored people and name brands.
Yes.
They are like this.
Yes, I know.
Exactly. So I would say we do have a culture. So, but with me, when it's heritage, I dress up as a Zulu girl. Like, I just pick a heritage, anything I want to be.
Yes.
And I do it because we have the right to do it.
Yes, because you're a mixed
we are
breed.
colored. We are mixed breed.
Yes.
I can be anything I want. So that's the advantages of being a colored. We're not grounded to one culture or one thing we have to follow. We have multiple choices that we can make.
Hey, colored people. I know you're a female, but are colored men as violent as the world would like to paint them?
I would say that, yeah, colored men, okay, I'm dating a colored, ne?
Yes.
So I'm not gonna say all colored men.
Yes, of course, yes.
But I would say, yeah, colored men do come across as dangerous.
Dangerous.
What I could say, like, colored men can sometimes be selfish. And I, like, the way I see black men is not selfish. Maybe because I look at it, like, from the way I grew up in seeing men in my life, how they behave, they are, you know, are they providers in the family. So I would say, colored men, some of them, no. But big ups to the ones that are doing the most for their children.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to put it as...
Or there's some in...
Yeah, you know?
Yes.
I'm sure also in black communities
Yes,
you
of
get
course, yes.
the runaway fathers, you get the ones that provide, you get the ones that are violent.
Yes.
Because it's not only colored men that beat on women. It's happening everywhere.
Yes, but I wanted to ask you specifically for... Because me, as a black, I have a lot of colored friends. I grew up with coloreds. Like I said, I used to stay in Forsberg. I even have that accent, that English accent of colored people.
Do I sound colored to you?
Yes, you do.
I don't think so.
You do.
You see, you say you do. You do.
But you look Indian.
Okay.
You look. That's why I asked you. I'm like, you remember
you
I asked
colored?
you? Yes. You look Indian, but you sound colored. You have the accent of colored people. Is it offensive if me, as a black person, I start speaking like that accent, that English accent of colored people when I see a colored person?
I would just take it as you making fun of the way I speak, but I wouldn't take it as a...
So it's a big deal.
Yeah, I would be like, now why are you speaking like that? Would you like it if I now change my accent to a black person and speak like, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be like, why are you doing that? It's not funny.
What's the most racist thing as a student? I won't mention the school you're a student at. As a student at the school you attend, what's the most racist thing you've ever received from a lecture?
I never received racism from the lectures before.
From students? Security guards or...
I don't know. Maybe I don't take note of it. But I feel like I haven't experienced racism yet. Within my
What's
college.
one thing you would say, this is very racist? If maybe... Let me not put white people. Because this school is dominated by black.
Just in general.
Yes, what's one thing...
I feel like in Texas...
Okay.
For example, we are not all black in the Texas. Yes, I do understand a bit of Zulu.
Yes.
But when you're asking for change, you speak in your language. Or when you say you're not going that way, how am I supposed to understand that you're saying you're not going that way?
So taxi drivers, they're not considering.
They're not considered like speak a general language that we can
like
all
English.
understand. You understand, like English, we can basically all understand. Maybe you can say it in English and your language, so everybody in the taxi can understand.
Yes,
like I experienced this once.
Yes, South African taxi
drivers.
drivers, can you please improve
The communication.
Please.
Like I experienced that once. The taxi wasn't going.
What happened?
He wasn't going the way that he needed to go, like to my house's side.
Yes.
And then he spoke in his language, asking, so I didn't answer. I was quiet. And then when he was going the other way, I was like, but I'm not going there. Then he was like, but I asked. You asked, but you didn't ask in a language I could understand.
Yes.
So I feel like I wasn't at fault that time.
So the language barrier.
Yeah, and then he was like, yeah, you must learn to listen. And he was going on making a performance. And I'm like,
nah, it's his fault. It's not your
what's
fault.
happening here?
It's his fault. But what if he doesn't know English?
That's also the other thing, in South Africa.
So if he doesn't know English, for you to question him for knowing his language and not knowing English. And
So
what if he came and said, you are being racist towards me because me, I'm black and I'm speaking my language and you want me to speak a language that's not mine?
Or try to find a way or make an action, you know, so I know, okay, you're not going that way or something. There is a way to communicate. But to be honest, black people like to force their languages on colored people.
So
they force it.
They force it. They want you to know what they're saying in their own languages.
In college, I actually experienced
Okay, yes, tell me.
So one of my classmates, this girl,
yes,
she always used to speak a language on me. So fine, I understand, but I don't understand everything.
What language is it?
Zulu.
Okay.
So she would speak. And then one day I just decided, man, this girl, every morning, every day, fine, I want to learn, but you're enforcing everything on me now. So I started replying to her in Afrikaans. So she speaks Zulu, I speak Afrikaans. Then she was complaining because she doesn't understand what am I saying. So I was like, so now you're complaining because I'm speaking Afrikaans to you, but when you are speaking Zulu to me, I'm supposed to understand. Make it make sense. Because will it be nice if we just now speak Afrikaans? We don't speak any other language.
Nah, please don't speak Afrikaans.
You understand what I mean?
No, I can't speak Afrikaans.
I come on your interview, I'm like, you know what? Ons praat Afrikaans vandaag.
Yes, we are not prating Afrikaans vandaag.
Yeah, but you get what I
get
mean.
what you're saying.
It's vice versa. So if you want, you can speak English, so speak English to me. Don't force it on me. Unless I say to you, you know what, my friend? I want to learn Zulu. Every day I'm going to ask you something. Try to see if I understand Zulu. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Then you can ask me the same in Afrikaans. I can also try to help you in Afrikaans.
Me, I'm Tonga. Do you know Tonga people? Like Shangaan people?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Do you know Shangaan?
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
But I'm sure I met a few Shangaan people because I work as a waiter at different traditional events. So that's why I'm exposed to a lot of Zulu events, how it's done. And guys, I love the culture.
Of Zulu people.
Oh, the gift giving. Like,
it's attractive, ne?
Yeah. Like even if I don't marry a Zulu guy, I want that.
Yes. I think a Zulu, like the Zulu culture, it's very attractive the way it's promoted.
Yeah.
It's very attractive. But I would say the same thing with any other culture. But it's just that the Zulu culture is the dominating one amongst us as black people in South Africa. I would say the same thing as Venda culture. It's very attractive. It's just not popularized. Same thing about Tonga culture, the Pedi culture, or whatever culture is there in South Africa. It's just that the Zulu is very popularized and it's very attractive.
It is.
You should go to Limpopo and meet my people, my Tonga people's culture. And wear spela and there's this thing they wear. Yeah.
I see what you're talking about.
It's very, very. Let me know. Limpopo. Shout out to Limpopo. We are lifting Limpopo. So where do you come from?
I come from El Dorado Park.
El Dorado Park. Hey, don't shoot me, Eldos. Why do you think people... Why are people afraid of Eldos?
I would say because what they're exposed to on the news.
Okay.
We highlighted as gun violence.
Do those things that...
Yeah, it does
happen?
Yeah, it does happen.
Serious?
Shooting is normal. People dying is normal. Gun violence is normal. It happens.
So it's not like a lie or propaganda.
It's not a lie. I also don't want to expose too much. Just now they come.
Of course.
They come for me.
Yes,
but anyway.
But it's real.
Yeah, it's real. Gang violence in our community, it's real. And it doesn't only take place because the next generation, the big ones train them. So from small, you get children who are very rude. And that's why I'm also starting teaching. So I can instill passion in those children greater than gangsterism. If you can go to a preschool, ask that colored boy. I asked one of my, when I was doing my practicals, what do you want to be? I want to be the biggest gangster. He's only 5 years old. And he's saying he wants to be the biggest gangster. He wants to shoot. At that age. So our children is exposed to a lot of things.
Yes.
And the environment they grow up. Because remember, parents are not always at home.
Yes.
Parents go to work.
Yeah.
Their children are left with the community.
Yes. And the teachers.
Exactly.
So it's your responsibility
to better them. But the teachers can only do so much.
Yes, of course.
When the people go home, that's what they are exposed to. When they come to school, that's what they're exposed to. Remember, children adapt to what they're exposed to. Yes. And they copy what they're exposed to in the environment.
Yes. Are you racist?
No, I'm not a racist.
You're not.
I love everybody. Racist? Nah. I mean, I grew up with people. I have black family, I have Indian family, I have a white family. My godparents are white, for the matter of fact. So I'm exposed to every race, and the way my mother grew me up is that love everybody. We all, so I don't see coloring people.
Yeah.
I don't.
What's one question you want me to ask you and I'm not asking it?
I feel like you ask most of the questions.
So you don't date black people?
No, I would. But it's just that I'm in a very happy relationship.
Yes, of course. Because you said your father doesn't allow it. So I'm trying to understand, would you date even though your father doesn't allow it or what?
I would.
It's just now you're dating someone who's colored.
Yeah.
But
I would if I would.
Yes, yes.
It's not that I would want my father to choose my happiness.
Yes.
Because remember, he exposed me to a side of colored men where they're not providers, where they're selfish, you understand what I mean?
Yes.
So in my head, I could have still had that point of view. I don't want to date a colored person because colored men are selfish, colored men are stingy. But I had to be open enough to be exposed to a different type of colored people and a different, like, colored men, that there are good colored men. So I can't just be like, I'm going to leave my race alone. But
Yes.
I would date.
As a colored person, generally, not you personally,
Okay.
generally amongst colored people, as a colored person, what religion is dominating? Is it Islam or Christianity?
I would say Christianity.
More than Islam?
Okay, to what I'm exposed to, because I'm a Christian.
Yes.
So I would say Christianity. And my community, we have a lot of churches.
Yeah.
Like in one area, we have 2 churches, 3 churches. We have a lot of churches.
Aye. Okay. I thought maybe Islam is the one that's dominating.
We have a lot of Muslims also around us, because we have a mosque in Klipspruit, which is not far from us, and then we have a mosque in Extension 1, if I'm not sure. Yeah.
So it's balanced.
Yeah, I feel like there's a balance.
So there's no like wars amongst the religions.
Nah.
There's just wars amongst like personal things amongst
Yes.
ish.
And drugs.
Drugs, ne?
Yeah.
What about drugs?
Our community is exposed to drugs. We have a lot of drug lords.
Drug lords. Colored drug lords.
Yes. You haven't met them before.
No, will I meet them? I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs.
Yeah, but what do they call them? Merchants.
Merchants.
So, yeah.
So, how about this one? You
Yeah,
see?
let us not
Yes.
expose it.
For the sake of our safety, we
Yeah.
have to avoid this one, you see? It's cause you stay with them. You see? Yes, so and I don't want you to be now getting threats because of a YouTube video or what you say, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.